Welcome back to NTV, where you can get your daily dose of nostalgia. If you were watching Nickelodeon in the 2000s, there's a pretty good chance you were watching Drake and Josh.
And you're gonna be my... He's gonna be my... Hug me, brother!
Drake and Josh is a popular American sitcom show that aired on Nickelodeon. Drake and Josh premiered on January 11th, 2004, and ran for 4 seasons. But before that, Drake Bell and Josh Peck starred in another popular Nickelodeon show called The Amanda Show.
What do you think?
It smells like dead animal.
More like rotten sushi.
Besides Amanda Bynes herself, Drake Bell and Josh Peck became standouts, which eventually led to them getting their own show. One of the many aspects of Drake and Josh that is still fondly remembered today is the chemistry between Drake Bell and Josh Peck. Their brotherly and silly friendship that played out on screen is the secret sauce to the show.
Look, I know this is going to be a big adjustment, but I need you to give this a chance.
But, Mom, he's goofy. He's clammy.
Hiya, Drake.
He's here.
I brought you some licorice, the red kind. I know some people like the black kind, but I thought I'd play it safe.
If you have a tween at home, you're probably familiar with the Nickelodeon show Drake and Josh. While the show's now in reruns, the pair have reunited for a special holiday movie, and they're still getting themselves into lots of trouble.
Now, speaking personally, sometimes when we look back and remember something or hold on to a memory of an old TV show or cartoon that's dear to us, having to challenge that memory and to know what it was and for what it is now can be quite somber. Like when you remember an old cartoon you watched as a kid and you loved it, but now you're all grown up and you watch the show again and it sucks. Now, does that hurt the memory in any way? I don't know. You tell us. So it's a downer note to think that Drake and Josh are not best friends in real life. In fact, it's quite the opposite.
And the dirty little secret, I guess, was like, I knew that Drake and I didn't stay in touch for the 10 years since we had made the show, but no one needed to know that. Like, I was happy to just die with that secret that, like, we made this thing that people really love, but maybe we weren't that close. So I didn't invite him to my wedding because I hadn't really talked to him in many, many years.
The show ended in September of 2007, and Drake and Josh teamed up one last time for their second television film based on the show. After that, the two went their separate ways. Drake Bell went on to pursue his music career with very much a lukewarm response, as most would say. And Josh Peck continued in the world of acting, appearing in several indie films and did voiceover works for films like Ice Age: The Last Meltdown and Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Josh also had a role in the 2012 remake of Red Dawn.
The fact is, we're not doing too bad for a bunch of kids.
But as most people would know, that what we see on TV isn't how it is in real life. Now, I'm sure that the two were friendly when they were working together, but it seems that when the show ended, the pair found themselves living separate lives, according to Josh Peck.
Yeah.
Are you guys, like, not friends?
Not really, no. Like, Drake and Josh is something I'll be synonymous with forever, and I'm proud of it. And I want to like the guy that my name is attached to forever. But unfortunately, it just sort of worked out the way that it did.
This became apparent in 2017 when Drake blew up social media with the reveal that Josh Peck didn't invite him to the wedding. But how could it be? These two people who haven't seen or spoken to each other in over a decade, how could they not be close?
Over the weekend, photos from Josh and Paige's wedding surfaced on the interwebs. Josh's grandfather co-star John Stamos managed to get an invite, but the actors Drake and Josh family members were nowhere to be found. And when Drake caught wind of the photographic evidence, shiz hit the fan. The 30-year-old took to his Twitter to express his disappointment in not being a part of his former co-star's big day. Drake tweeted, quote, "When you're not invited to the wedding, the message is clear. True colors have come out today. Message is loud and clear. Ties are officially cut. I'll miss you, brother." I can only imagine what Josh's reaction was after reading those now deleted tweets.
Well, Josh Peck's story of the situation on the BFF podcast is drastically different than the one that was told by Drake Bell on his podcast.
So I didn't invite him to my wedding because I hadn't really talked to him in many, many years. Cut to, I'm getting married that night, and I see these text messages from him, like cursing me out, coming for me. I'm like, on the night of my wedding, here's some, I'm gonna give you guys the exclusive.
Let's do it.
I love it.
A month later, it was like a month and a half, and like there was really, I mean, Dave, you know, like there was nothing for me to say, right? Because what was the right thing to say? You know, guys, we were never that close. Like then I'm the bearer of bad news. So I just had to eat it and let him, you know, go wild. And I remember that I was at the Video Music Awards, and I see him there, and he sees me. And I go up to him, like, and this might be the most Sopranos thing I've ever done. And I look at him and I go apologize to my wife right now. And he goes, okay. And he like made a beeline for my wife, and I see him do like this whole 5-minute performance of an apology. And it was like, I was like, go apologize to my wife or something bad's gonna happen. Wow. I was like, good for me.
I don't know how I was tagged in it. And I'm like, and I watched it, and I didn't even catch the Sopranos part until I read it in actual
no, the
like
whole
E-News or something.
The whole clip was like that he said like apologize to my wife, like, or something bad
or bad things will happen or something.
And I was like, what bad things could have happened?
I know, right?
I don't know why looking back on it now, obviously I'm like more calm. I don't know why it upset me so much.
Because you're my wife.
I know, but like also I was there that day.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
like that was a very like I saw him with his camera before he even came up to you. I whispered in your ear, like I whispered in your ear and said, Josh is walking up and he has a camera and he is vlogging you. Like just like be prepared. And literally and then Josh walks up shaking with his camera, like,
and the rest is on
and it's like all on video.
Holy come on. What's up, buddy? Is this happening right now live is this really right now live?
Stream live right now.
Oh my god.
Please
wait,
tell
is this
Facebook
streaming?
to be nice to me.
Oh my god,
Please.
it's not even my fault.
Just tell Facebook to be nice to me.
Listen, lay off.
Thank you. You heard that? Facebook, it's all good.
Chill out.
We love
lay
you.
off, man. All right,
I got $100 for you.
This is on
I was standing
YouTube.
there the entire time, and everyone's like, oh yeah, maybe it happened off camera. Like, okay. We were all smiling, laughing. Like, he did ask you to apologize, rightfully
he did.
so.
Yeah. And I was ready. Like I wanted to, you know.
We had talked about
exactly.
And
and
you did.
he goes,
You took her
and he goes, he leaned over. You know, we were talking aside. We had like a sidebar, and he goes, "Hey man, you don't need to say sorry to me, but you know, I really need you to say sorry to Paige." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, absolutely. Like, I want to say sorry to Paige, you know."
Yeah.
And that was it.
And that was your demeanor too. Like I mean,
but that
I have no reason.
With the accusations that fell before Drake and his career, it seems that Josh Peck has decided to completely distance himself from Drake and just pretend they were never friends. Oh, how sad reality can truly be.
You guys like not friends?
Not really, no. Drake and I didn't stay in touch for the 10 years since we had made the show. But no one needed to know that.